4 points. Verona by 8 points over Upper Ferntree Gully. Mitcham by 30 points over South Fargrave. And Waverley Hawks by 3 points over Coldstream. Brett?
Thank you, Dyson. It is the start of the last quarter here at Zerby's Reserve. A 7-point lead to Doncaster East. 7-9-51 to the Waverley Blues. 6-8-44 as Sapanchi gets the first effective kick of the final quarter. And he's found McCulloch on the chest. Nathan McCulloch there diving forward to take the mark, and will go back and line up for his third goal of this second half. Has been instrumental in helping the Waverley Blues come back into this game since half time.
I tell you what, Brad, if he kicks this, we're in for a great last quarter. Even if he doesn't, but if he does, all more so.
Oh, he's hung it out to the right, very shallow kick, and he's only managed to behind. Bit of a disappointing result there for Nathan McCulloch. 2 goals, 3 he has for the day. And Doncaster East 7-9-51 to the Waverley Blues 6-9-45. On the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Sorry, Ben.
You're right, Brad. As Giles brings it in, Morrison was the flyer from over the back. Here's the skipper, Shane Tennant, leading from the front, dumps it up towards the half-forward line. They've got players free. Here's Musso, takes it on the chest.
Too slow.
He was too slow. He went and then he went again. So third time lucky perhaps for Musso. Kicks it towards the limb back direction. He's got 3 players to beat. He got hands on the ball. Coming in through there was Saravello. Couldn't quite pick it up. Clearing kick by the Waverley Blues out towards the half back line. Doncaster East, they have the numbers there, and Hickey went one way then the other. That is very clever. It looked like he'd hit a target, but it went over the top of Saravello and Agnew's head, and over the boundary line it goes for a boundary throw in.
That was well done by Anthony Hickey. He had 3 Waverley Blues guys bearing down on him, and even though the pass wasn't accurate, it still won them a stoppage.
1 goal ball game. This one's going to go right down to the wire. The Blues, though, they get the clearing kick. Lead there was from Hogan. That was ignored. The longer option was that there for Stevenson. He did very well to knock the ball at the boundary line and out of bounds. He had 2 players to beat him, Tennant and Pavic and Stanton, and over she goes right in front of us here in the broadcast position. It's getting dark out there. Daylight saving done and dusted for 2015 for 6 months. Alfie might have to turn the lights on at some point. Umpire brings the ball back into play. At the back of the pack it was Claven who took it. He tried to take them on and he might get pinned here. Right on there by Morrison. Take the free kick now. Nice. Goes up towards the half-forward line. That was good. Here's Musso. Needs to get into this game. Kick up towards the centre half-forward line, but nobody's home, though. There was a wall of Waverley Blues players, and Bailey takes the mark.
He's had a good game for Waverley Blues.
He's had a very good game, Bresh.
Bailey on the left. Dumps it out towards the wing position. The 2 ruckmen go after it. Claven got boot to ball, brought down in the tackle. Tim Whitty, who's been relatively quiet today. Gutsy player, throws the ball over the boundary line, or handballs it over the boundary line, and we'll have a boundary throw in. Keep us up to date via Twitter. It's an important last quarter at Footy EFL. We're out at Doncaster East for the Pancake Parlour. Lovely game of the day. As it comes out towards the position there of Hogan. Got a little handball across Stevenson. Bangs it on the boot up towards the half-forward line now. There they have the numbers there. Brought to ground was McCulloch, and the umpire will bounce it once again about 40 metres out from goal. Can scores get level here if Waverley Blues can get onto it? Here's Carboni. He might just be the man to do it, Carboni, but he pushes it to the left-hand side. The goal umpire stayed true in his position. It looked like it might have been going over his head, but minor score is the result. 4 minutes into this final term, the Waverley Blues 6-10-46, 5 points in arrear. They're within a kick of Doncaster East, 7-9-51, with Giles to bring it back in once again.
So Dean Giles kicks to himself, and then really keeps the kick very low, not his best effort. Sleverson intercepts it. Little left foot kick was had to be pretty intricate, but it was clever. Taken away though by Hardwick. Hardwick's kick for the Lions. Plenty of Blues out there. Hindson takes possession now. Under pressure, his handball was indiscriminate. Was intended for Carboni. Rawlik throws it on the boot, and Papic and Stanton out for Doncaster East. Worked back nicely to take the mark. Just read the play beautifully then. So James Papakinstanton now. Up towards half-back, big pack of players competing for it. Harrison got a hand to it. So did Carboni. The boundary line was beckoning though, and in the end was the victor. It's still 5 points to lead for Doncaster East.
Got a score from Vermont BWS. Vermont 8-8, Baldwin 5-5, midway through the third quarter.
Playstead got one the tap, but it just went nowhere on that occasion. And the ball on the bottom of the deck. Bit of frustration there being shown by Hickey for Doncaster East.
Big shout out to Glenn Bird from the Doncaster East Football Club, who's watching live from the US as we speak, and a great sponsor through Ramboard for the Doncaster East Football Club. So you know how I say around the globe, it is certainly happening out there today.
Absolutely.
So that is really going local for your football, BWS.
Locally international.
5-point lead still. Morrison takes possession now.
Billy.
Had nobody around him. Wasn't sure what to do, but he panicked initially. But then
He's been good.
kept
He's
his head.
really been good
Bailey
down there.
takes the mark back there. He has been terrific in defence today. Jacob Bailey safely holds yet another mark. Puts the kick up towards the wing. Handball was shot out, but it was intercepted by Stephen. Sweeping handball by Stephen. Up towards Shalakis, who went to ground at the crucial moment. Booted forward, but well marked back there in defence. It's marked safely held by Hickey. Hickey's kick to Batsanis. Hasn't had a big game today, Nick Batsanis. Would be looking to finish the game off well. You would think he's been a little bit quiet. Out into the path of Lindback, who gathers it in nicely. Shares it with Lowther. Lowther has a bit of time to steady. Off a step. The kick, though, was poor. And he's turned it over to the ever-reliable John Heinsohn for the Waverley Blues.
Heinsohn's got player on short there in McCulloch. No, in fact, that's Malloy. Wanted to go on with it quickly, but knew better. Go back. Savage creates a lead in the middle of the ground. Malloy lets to go out wider. Mark's been taken by Cole. Leads are on. This game slowed down a little bit here. The high kick there by Cole up towards a half-forward line. Over going the ball there was Coghill. Came out to Sharp, who just banged it on his boot. Here's Morrison.
Brass, Waverley Blues are doing well down back, but they've got to keep their structure up that half-forward line. They're kicking it up there, and it's all bad.
There's daylight.
5 points is still the margin. 7.5 minutes gone in this final term. Here's Hickey on the right boot. Dumps it every bit of 50 metres. No one was really home though, but well done there by Batsanis. They've got a little bit of a run on here. Doncaster East. Here's Heath. He picks the ball up. He might be able to handball over the top there. That was okay. Oh, Agnew just overrunning it, and little kick off the ground by Limback out of absolutely nowhere. Puts through goal number 5. Fantastic bit of play there. It caught everybody by surprise, including us up here in the commentary box, and through it goes for a very important goal for the Doncaster East Football Club. 8 minutes gone here in the final term. 8-9-57, back out to an 11-point lead. The Waverley Blues 6-10-46. How important was that one, Brash?
Really important. You know, the fact that Waverley Blues have been defending quite stoutly, and then all of a sudden just some poor marking as the ball went into the forward line has cost them dearly.
So an 11-point lead now to Doncaster East on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 8-9 plays, 6 goals, 10 as the Lions win it out of the middle once more. Shalakis' high kick to half forward. Off hands, strong tackle. Sowersby played for it a little bit, but no, in fact the free kick, will go to the Blues. Peter Sowersby shouting at the umpire.
Sowersby.
Sorry?
It's Sowersby, not Sowersby. Sorry. Been friends with that family for 20 years.
Through the middle, Heinsohn. Neat pass by Heinsohn. Great footy, and he finds Sleverson, who I've liked the game of today. He hasn't kicked a goal, but he's done some good work.
He's done a lot of bullocking work.
Yeah, he's played a smart game, and he's sort of helped create some opportunities. He hasn't really kicked goals himself, but he's created opportunities for his teammates. Deserves a goal. Andrew Sleverson. Confident approach, very much an up and under kick, falls short, off hands, and the kick there by Mill, by Sapanchi, just brushed the padding on the goalpost, and another minor score for the Blues. Bit wasteful. BWS there, 6 goals 11, trailing Doncaster East 8-9-57.
That kick, Brad, by Sleverson, just trying to get that extra yard. He went just a little bit too close to the man on the mark and then had to sky it.
And Tennant went the percentage play, but he probably didn't realise he almost went up unattended there and probably could have taken the mark. And speaking of which, he nearly pulled down one there across centre half back. Good little tackle there, or was it a little bit too harsh on Hickey, who's certainly...
I reckon he's played all right, Hickey.
I think he's had a good game as well. He's got Hardwick short at centre half back if he wants to go that way. Instead kicks it along the outer side of the ground. Big mark taken there by Claven. The big 200 gamer today.
He's come into it after half time.
Certainly has, Ray. As has yourself. The kick goes up towards the weak position. I can't help myself sometimes. No. We don't get to do it on the huddle anymore, well, so we've got to do it on game day.
Keep it up and you'll be deported back to that place. What is it? Sydney. Okay.
So the Waverley Blues through Cole have a chance to go forward once again. Short passes on. That's good. Rawlick, who too I've been happy with his game today.
Just about to say that. He's been really good, especially in the second half.
Rawlick dumps it towards the half-forward line. Tennant was there. So too was Stephen, who got a fist on the ball. Here's Carboni, the short passes on. He was looking for Sleverson, but the kick was just short, and the man with the ponytail, James Papa Constantinou, affectionately known as Papa, takes the mark. Dangerous kick by Papa out towards the Batsanis direction. What a fantastic tackle there by Nathan McCulloch, who brought him over the line and out of bounds. A little bit of how do you do. In fact, it's stayed inside, and a free kick is going to be paid to the Waverley Blues. Unnecessary.
Fury, is it?
It is. So Lockie Fury from outside the arc. That was an absolute shocker. That's Arnes. A little bit of chance for redemption. He takes the mark, boots the ball into the middle of the ground. Here's Shalakis on the left boot. Dumps it to an open 50. It's a one-on-one situation. Limback had no support. Coming in there was Bailey. Cool as a cucumber. Switches the ball out wide. There's Rawlick. He was felled upon after he got rid of the ball, Bailey, but the mark had been taken anyway. Otherwise, it would have been down the field. Into the middle of the ground. Carboni read the play really nicely. Got the handball away. That was good play. Here's Heinsohn. Dumps the ball inside 50. Nobody's home, though. It's a little bit like kick to kick at the moment from either end, and Doncaster East this time through Stephen will have a chance to move the ball out of the danger zone, and the kick wasn't too crash hot. And
yeah, well, you shouldn't be standing there waiting. You must attack the ball.
Certainly flat-footed. Grant Campbell, thanks to Choose Tap Match Stats.
Inside 50s 8 apiece in this final quarter. Waverley Blues winning the contested ball 21-18.
Really get the sense this game is...
It's still right in the balance. I think a couple of goals either way, right, especially the Doncaster East, could sew the game up.
It's certainly anyone's game at the moment, Brash, make no doubt about that, and it's the Waverley Blues who look like they've got a little bit of a run at the moment. They're the ones that are forging themselves forward more than Doncaster East are, that's for sure. So can the Blues get a goal on the board to reduce this margin back to 4 points? Can Doncaster East get a little bit of breathing space as the umpire brings it back in once again? Knock on. Here's Shalakis. He took the players on. The umpire said it was play on, so that was okay. Carboni's in there, gave a little paddle out. That was handy. Good tackle in the middle of the ground. Ball spills free. Tennant goes in after Rawlick. He made him spill the football. Lukey McLeod barges his way through some traffic. Got the handball away. Rawlick goes in after it again. Umpire said play on. That was good bit of play. Came through Hardwick. Sousby's in there as well, trying to lend some muscle. Had some support there from Cole from Waverley Blues, who did his bit for his side, and it's a tough game. It's a hard game, and the ball will be bounced in the middle of the park.
I must say, boys, look, it's been great umpiring in the last quarter. The umpires prepared to let it go. It's been a tough game, but they're letting it go, which is good.
Tim Whitty.
Just 10 points the margin at this stage, and Tim Whitty has earned himself a free kick here for the Lions. Goes very short to Mill. It was a dangerous kick, but he found Nathan Mill then off the left wing there, Tim Whitty. So Mill takes his time, bit of a floater. Papa Constantinou was the target. Here's Sleverson again. He's coughed it up, and holding the ball paid there against the experienced Waverley
Papa,
Blues.
you've got to turn around and move the football.
Very slow then, lacking awareness, but Papa got it to Mead in the end. Mead's a lovely left foot kick to the top of the... Again, another great mark. This time taken by big Billy Morrison. And he's done it beautifully then, Morrison. He was in a pack of three, safely took the mark. Hasn't kicked a goal today, but he should slot through his first here. And that's exactly what Billy Morrison has done, and he stretches the lead out to 16 points. Could be a match-winning lead for Doncaster East on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
In these type of games, Brad, you only get a finite amount of time to take control of a situation. Just the last couple of minutes, Doncaster East have sort of steadied. Their backline's just got back on top again, and they're just starting to look dangerous moving that ball back into the forward line.
Update from Shark Park. It looks likely that the game could possibly be called off. There's waiting on an ambulance to arrive. Unnamed player at this stage.
Well, it's getting very dark. I'm sure at Shark Park it is, and here at Zerby's Reserve it's getting extremely dark in this last quarter. Not too much time remaining. 15, coming up to 16 minutes gone in this last quarter.
22-minute mark of the final term. Vermont lead by 19 points over the Baldwin Football Club. I tell you what, you wouldn't have wanted to be one of those people to have written off Vermont at the start of the year, haven't they? Been fantastic, and I know Brash certainly wasn't one of them as the ball scoots out now. Can Doncaster East get two in a row as Mead kicks it up towards the Musso direction? Ball scoots away from him. Sapanchi got boot to ball, and over the boundary line it goes and out of bounds.
BWS, Daniel Mead looks a lot fitter last year. Last year he sort of was running on empty a lot. He seems to have picked up his fitness over the summer break.
Absolutely. He got dropped for a number of games last year, Daniel Mead, but a fantastic player, and we know how good he is at disposal. The ball almost hit him in the knackers there. It came back, bounced back out towards Daniel Mead, got it over to his mate Peter Sousby, who got boot to ball. A skew if kick goes inside. That worked out okay. Little handball there by Playstead, and now the Blues are away. The kick goes in towards the middle of the McDonald's going to be the first one to leave. The hands need to be good, and the hands were super. The ball goes inside forward 50 towards Slevenson, who takes the mark, and he takes off, turns it around. Could that be the pancake parlor goal, eh? That is fantastic. Absolutely brilliant answer by the Waverley Blues Football Club, and they are well and truly back in this game. We are back to a 10-point margin on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 17 minutes gone in the final term. The Waverley Blues 7-11, 53, and Doncaster East still leading it though, 9-9, 63.
And that goal went from coast to coast. So Waverley Blues, they run the ball out of the back line, they worked it through the centre of the ground, and Brad, you've given praise to Slevenson all day, and now he kicked the goal. To me, that's the icing on the cake. He's been a terrific player.
They rolled the dice there, Waverley Blues, because that ball, in that going through that midfield corridor, there was a few Doncaster East boys there that could have intercepted, but a beautiful piece of play there.
3-point lead to the Park Orchards Football Club over Sylvan, 57-54, heading into the final term. Of course, these two sides have had a great battle over the years, and speaking of great battles, we are seeing one out here today at Zerby's Reserve, the Pancake Parlour match of the day. It is lovely so far.
Absolutely. BWS Anzac Day footy at its very best, just 10 points the margin once again. They just can't sort of bridge that deficit though, the Blues, get it back to within under a goal. They haven't been able to do that since the first quarter. It's 9-9 playing 7-11. They've been a little bit wasteful, the Blues, and missed a few opportunities which have certainly been gettable. So have Doncaster East though, has to be said, throughout the day. Very high up and under kick. Gutsy by Daniel Mead, and he's paid for it. Slow to get up. Handball then came out to Walker. Gave it to Carboni. Had it for a long time, Carboni, but he found Walker with the handball. So to the footy. Got it to Sharp. Off to Carboni once again. Neat kick hugging the boundary was intended then for Savage. Up against...
Well done, Savage.
It was a great done. He won the footy, Paul Savage, who was running. Quick for a push in the back, and it will go the way of the Waverley Blues.
Tell you what, the Waverley Blues aren't dying. They're really standing up in this last 2 or 3 minutes. They are throwing everything but the kitchen sink here at Doncaster.
Boys, we have to give praise to Ben Carboni. Right here in front of us on the wing, his first, second and third efforts, remember, and he's done it all day long.
Forget that, the 2-on-1 situation by Savage at half forward was absolutely super to keep the ball in play, get boot to ball to create this opportunity.
Well, Dylan Cole, this is going to test him. Not a bad kick off the boot. Looks good. He has got it. And he's got his first of the day. So Waverley Blues keep coming. They trail by just 4 points on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Doncaster East 9-9-63. Waverley Blues 8-11-59. The hard bodies then, Sharp, Carboni, Savage, as you mentioned, and Walker really coming to the fore for the Waverley Blues.
Yeah, really.
Brash, you said before that but Waverley Blues on that last goal before that one, they had to come through the centre and take chances. But for Waverley Blues to win this game, they have to take chances because otherwise Donny East are going to hang on.
Yep.
Knox lead by 4 goals over the East Ringwood Football Club in Division 1. 17-minute mark in the last quarter. South Croydon 108, Blackburn 71. So it looks like the Doggies are going to get up in that one.
Free kick.
So it's all happening around the suburbs.
Yep, they've lost the football.
It's getting very dark out there here at Derby's Reserve as the lights come on. Well, at least a couple of them do. We might have a few globes out. We'll get the Manningham City Council onto that one as comes out to Edwards, little handball out wide, and looks like the Waverley Blues have a little bit of ascendancy here. Here's Robinson on the left boot, drives it up towards the half forward line, getting down low. McDonald takes a good mark and he wants to go on with it too, and he does so. Gave the old don't argue, kicks the ball inside forward 50. A one-on-one contest here. Which way is the ball going to bounce? It's going to be favourably there for the Savage on the left boot. He brings it around. What an absolute super goal! The Waverley Blues have hit the front. Fantastic goal there. That's their 10th on the board on the Bendigo Bank score. We'll make that 9-11-63. They've hit the front by 2 points. They've kicked 3 in a row in a matter of 5 minutes. Dyson Baker sits upright in his chair. He's got that smile out and his chest out. And what a game we are seeing here. They're on fire at the moment, the Blues.
Yeah, look, we all know football's a game of changing your momentum. And when you have momentum, you have to take advantage of it. And that's exactly what Waverley Blues have done in the last 10 or 12 minutes.
Exactly. Couldn't have put it better.
Yeah, and Paul Savage, he has stood up in the last 5 minutes or so.
He's been a superstar.
Great football when it counts for the Waverley Blues. 2-point lead. They've trailed all day. Let's go to Soupy Campbell with Choose Tap stats that matter.
Contested possessions 30-24 in favour of Waverley Blues. Uncontested possessions 24-15 also in their favour.
So they're dominating in those aspects in this last quarter. They've certainly come hard in the final term. Cole's handball was kicked out of mid-air by Robinson. Was pretty effective. Wasn't pretty, but it was definitely the desired result there as it surged the ball forward for the Blues. And look at the desperation in the tackling there from Cole and McDonald. They've got a real appetite for the contest. As you'd expect in this last quarter, they know that the game's there to be won. Kick up towards a huge pack. Nobody really knew where it was landing. Little handball from Malloy was effective. Got it to Hogan. Showed a cool head then, Michael Hogan, through some very heavy traffic. The Blues are certainly getting front position at the moment. Sleverson wheels around, bounces just off target. And a minor score there for Andrew Sleverson, who's had an outstanding last quarter for the Waverley Blues. It is a 3-point lead now for the Blues.
East Doncaster, they've got to roll the dice here, Ray.
Yeah, they certainly do.
23 minutes gone. The Waverley Blues have the lead. Tennant got a fist on that, gained a very valuable 25 metres or so, and the racing shoes out there. Heinsohn was the first player to meet it. He had Batsanis right there and knocked over the boundary line and out of bounds.
Having said that, Brash, well, also Waverley Blues don't change anything. They can't go defensive and save the game. They've got to keep attacking.
9-12-66 plays 9-9-63 in the EFL match of the day, brought to you by the Pancake Parlour. Lovely, isn't it? Heath over the top, got a valuable 20 metres on the ball. It's across the half-forward line. Whitty comes barging his way through. He's been good this afternoon. Umpire comes in, crosses himself, and we'll have a bounce about 65 metres out from the Doncaster East goal line. They've struggled going forward so far in this final term. Doncaster East, the ball comes down, little shimmy out there by Sharp, came out. Agnew got it was Heath that got a ball inside forward 50, going after it and going over the boundary line. Michael Stephen, who's kicked a goal so far today, hands it back to the umpire. So we're in the forward arc for Doncaster East. Can they salvage something? 24 minutes gone in the final term out here. Who knows how long's going to be left? It can't be too much. Billy Morrison got a fist on that one, going after it. Robinson got it out wide. That was okay. Perkins' little handball towards the boundary line was okay. Kick off the ground there by Hogan up towards the wing position. Gained valuable meterage as Hickey goes after the football, seen over the boundary line and out of bounds. It's tense. It's hard. It's quality football out here today as the umpire will bring the ball back in. It's dark as well, don't worry about that. It is very tough conditions out there for all the players. Waterlock ball, Morrison knocked it out. Whitty goes after it, brought his opponent down in Edwards to the ground, who's certainly putting his hand up for one of our awards today as the blood rule is named, and I think it's Edwards to go off.
While we're waiting, Ben Warren Smith, an update from Doncaster. It's Tyson McElwain, and they're saying at this moment that it could be a compound leg fracture of the leg.
Jeez.
Also an update coming through from Central Reserve. 7-7-49, the Glen Waverley Hawks have defeated Coldstream 7-44.
Well done.
Well done, well done.
We'll certainly be having a chat to them on EFL Sunday tomorrow. Don't worry about that as Pat Sarnas tries to break a tackle over the boundary line and out of bounds. The Waverley Blues will be enjoying this.
It's almost like the last hurrah here for Doncaster East. I reckon there's probably only 2 or 3 minutes left in this contest.
Tops.
Well, Brass, there was 5 goals kicked in the third quarter. There's been 5 in this quarter, and the third quarter went exactly 27 minutes. So you've probably got about a minute and a half at most.
Agnew tried to get boot to ball. It might scoot out towards Pat Sarnas. Well done there by Carboni. He's been great today. Little handball went nowhere. Comes out towards Shalakis through the legs there of his opponent there in Bailey. Now a chance there for Ceravolo over the boundary line and out of bounds. So another boundary throw in. It's exciting stuff. 55 metres out from goal. Grant Campbell, some stats that matter thanks to Choose Tap as we hit the dying stages of this match.
The tackling of both sides being fantastic today. 16-14 effective tackles in favour of Waverley Blues this quarter.
2 minutes left in this match. We've been given the heads up as the ball goes just inside the forward arc for Doncaster East. So we'll have a bounce. Got Aaron Kirkby-Rodia out at Norwood Noble Park, and he's giving us a play-by-play, but no scores has. Get us the scores as the kick goes up by Papa up to centre-half forward, and the Waverley Blues, well, they've got the clearing kick now. The kick goes out towards the direction of Harrison, who takes it on the chest, little handball off. They might want to slow things down there. Sarah Panchi up towards the wing position. Papa knocks it over the boundary line on top of Savage, and we'll have a boundary throwing right in front of us here in the broadcast position.
Well, what can they conjure up here, Doncaster East? They don't really look like kicking that much-needed goal at this stage. They're 3 points behind. There's nothing in it, but now they go forward. Finally, a bit of space.
This is
it. Mead's floating kick, but it wasn't a good one. Almost marked there by Bailey, who kept a cool head once again. Kick was smothered off the boot. Shot by Batson. Points away. Nick Bassana scored a goal. Just when it counts.
There can't be long left in this game. There cannot be long left. There is 1 minute to go in this game, and the club rooms have just been set alight. What is going to happen in this final minute of play? 69 plays 66. What a super game of football we've been able to see today. Anzac Day football at its best. Courageous football by both sides. It comes out now. Another chance for the Waverley Blues. Great smother there on Edwards. It comes out towards the wing position right near the boundary side. Robinson will be the first player to pick it up. He kicks it off the ground now. Can they get clear possession? Knocked over and for a boundary throw-in.
Take a bow, Anthony Hickey. That was sensational.
What a super game we've seen. Still a chance for Waverley Blues to get themselves back in front. Morrison over the football. Hickey's there as well, plays for a free kick.
Oh, it's gone.
It's against Whitty there, who just sat on it. It comes out now to Carboni. One way then the other. The coach on the left boot kicks the ball inside 550. The skipper stands strong. If ever you want a skipper to stand up and take a mark, Shane Tennant's done it. He's about 40 metres out in his defensive arc, and he'll probably try and slow things down here.
Hit the boundary line, son.
Dumps it about 40 metres out towards the boundary line, bouncing football, and over she goes for a boundary throw in a percentage kick. And we'll have another stoppage. So 29 minutes gone. It's 3 points the margin, 10-9-69. Doncaster East, the Waverley Blues, 9-12-66. There's still time left for the Blues if they can get it out of this stoppage. Umpire to bring the ball back in now. Placed it over the back there. That was good play there by Bailey to get the ball down. But Doncaster East holding it up nicely. And another bounce. It's going down. There's only a few seconds left in this game. We're here at the ground. What a super game we saw all day this afternoon on Anzac Day. 10-9-69. The Waverley Blues 9-12-66. A gallant performance by both sides. We didn't think that Doncaster East could get back into this game. They were met so strongly in that final term by the Waverley Blues to get themselves in front. Super